Up to you whenever
Okay,
you're ready.
we're live.
Okay,
Let's see.
so it's
Let
on
me
YouTube.
see. Yeah, I think so. I'm not getting. How come on Kim? Oh, okay. There's the comments. Okay. Yeah, we're live. Nobody's
I
here.
just got a notification on my phone.
Did you?
Gotta love. I am bored live stream.
Uh,
I will mute
we're,
that
we're
one.
bored. We're bored a little bit. Oh, you son of a bitch. Can't get this camera quite right at all. It's
Live
weird.
now. Ooh, getting a big hum when you do that.
Yeah, we're live.
Major
I wonder
delay.
if Scott's gonna. What's his name? Scott Mellon. Scott Mellon.
Oh, we're gonna.
Wasn't that was in Rodney Dangerfield movie, wasn't it? Mellon, yeah.
I
Right?
think
The
so.
diving
Yeah.
one? The
Yeah.
diving
Yeah.
one where he
Yeah.
goes to college and shit or whatever it is. Oh, somebody's here.
Yeah.
There's one
Robert, man. Hello.
person. Is it Robert?
Yeah.
Please join the Hey, what's up, Robert? Should I not talk to Robert? You'll think I'm really ignoring him. Yeah, the guy hey, Waz, what's up? Um he turned off his subscriber only thing, and so I got to say hello to a couple of people, and then he turned it back on. So I guess Mitch says he gets a little aggravated when people say hi to each other.
Yeah. I came in and I. Hi, and everybody's hi. Hello, comrade.
Hey, Andy.
Andy. And then Andy's going hi to everybody, and Scott's like, "Oh Jesus, get everybody to get it over with," you know. He hates that. I mean, he'll say it. I hate that. And
The
so
subscriber
then,
only.
then you came on, and he went like this,
It
and
was
then he
this.
put it on fucking subscriber mode again. Ha! Oh,
Uh,
sorry. Did I say the F word? I apologize for that.
I don't know if you did
Yeah.
or not. Hi, Dave, Mitch, Robert, and Juan.
I'll have to
Yeah, we're
hit
just.
rewind.
This is the. I'm extremely bored. Custom live stream.
Hello,
Can't get
Craig.
the blue screen right. Can't get nothing. Hey,
Dave's
Craig.
bored. I'm
Yeah, Craig.
doing
Craig
nothing.
missed it. Craig missed it yesterday. I told you I might go live today. He was bummed out that he didn't get in on. It was a real short one anyway, because of it. We were trying to go over and see what the Tiger was going to say about the sandbox and all that. Hey, Stuck, what's up?
Stuck in Florida. Hello. Hey, anybody want to come on or? Oh wait, I'm sorry, Dave. What?
Yeah,
Want
yeah,
anybody
go,
to come
go.
on?
Yeah, sure. The more
We
the
can do the
merrier.
Brady
Craig,
Bunch.
you want
You
to
can
join
come on with
anybody?
an avatar, you know, and just.
Let's see how many we're allowed to have on my brickyard, StreamYard
I'm doing
brickyard.
nothing but spending money today.
That's what I'm going to try
I don't
not
want
to
to
do.
get
I
a
got to
bunch
go
of
to the
shit, but I
house.
did not order a Mac.
Andy, hey, Mark, what's up, buddy? Yeah,
Mark, how's it
yesterday, what
going?
did I do? I went over to the house after the live stream. I did hook up the control box, so we got both pumps working. The float inside the
Mm-hmm.
1,000-liter deal, everything's cool on that now. And I think that they're doing the smooth coat on the house today, which I didn't think they were going to do, but I guess
God,
the
this
the
chair is
guy
uncomfortable.
got on it. So I'm going to go by there today. Health-wise, same as yesterday. I'm just about normal.
What are you having, an earthquake or something, Robert?
My house is getting
Yeah,
moved
where's?
around.
Oh yeah, put a coin in the box. Here we go.
Caught me out. Yeah, just out of the blue, figured it was something to do. Why not? I was getting bored. My wife cooked me a good scrambled egg breakfast with tomatoes. I got to start exercising. I got to get rid of some of this fat. I'm tired of just walking back home. So you're on your phone, Mark, obviously. Who wants up? Now, where's Robert now, the roaming American? Is he in Midwest? Are you back at home? I think you're back at home, right? If your house is getting moved around.
He's got one
Where's
more
your
day and he's
extension?
out of ASQ.
We'll all go to Rayon. But we'll. I still want to go there. I got to get going.
There he is.
Gonna,
I was just thinking about you, Richard. I was just thinking about you.
oh, now I can't advertise my show that's going to be coming on 10 o'clock my time on Saturday nights. Shit, now that Richard's here. Oh, now I blew it again. He's still here now. He heard me.
Ah,
So my Richard travel show on Saturday at 10 o'clock my time. Richard's from Richard Travel might come on. He's going to be my
Kiss the
first
band,
guest.
Waza?
Just watching Kiss.
I got some Kiss stories I'll tell you about one day.
I went
Damn
to a
you,
Kiss
Dave.
concert.
For those that can't read, damn you, Dave.
I went to a Kiss concert to see a band. What was the name of the band? Shit.
Stabbing Westward.
It was opening for Kiss, and I went in there and didn't really care for Kiss or anything. I really wanted to see this other band, and they opened up with like 2 songs and they were gone. I go, oh, crap,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
with the gal, and I was sitting underneath the speaker, and I didn't realize how loud it was going to be.
Oh,
So I was there about 30 seconds after they came on, and I said, I'm out of here. She goes, I want to stay. I said, I don't give a shit if you stay. I'm out of here. You just leave me here?
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, I would. I'm an
approximately
idiot.
what year was that, Dave?
Trying to think. I would say, God, I don't know, early 80s? Or could it be early 80s? I don't even know when they were around. When
Yeah,
were
yeah.
they
Well,
around?
79, I saw my first Kiss show.
Yeah,
And
I would say right around 80 sometime it was.
I took my
Richard.
good friend's daughter, who I had the hots for, and he trusted me. So
You let you
anyway,
take her?
yeah,
That's
we
like
won't
I
get
said,
into
I
that.
don't
But great
I don't
show.
understand some people. Yeah, I probably should have stayed and stuck like cigarette butts in my ears, and I probably would have been fine. But it was so damn loud, I couldn't handle it. So I left that girl there. I'm sure
I
somebody got
forget
laid
what. I
that
don't
night.
even remember
It wasn't me.
the album they were promoting, if they were. I know Ace played 2000 Man, and his guitar went up in the air, and it burned. Started.
There were so many bands that came out of where you grew up. I mean, up in
Oh
Seattle,
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of bands out of there.
But
There were quite a few
fast.
in the San Fernando Valley, but not like Seattle.
So fast forward to mid 90s somewhere, and my boss was from LA, and I said, man, fucking Kiss, you hear that shit? Kiss is coming to town. And he says, oh man, I went to them in '79 for the something. And I says, oh no shit, yeah, I did. I went to that show too. And we started talking about it. We were working on this roof, right, putting on a big fucking anyway, a big ass unit, and got hit by lightning. So we're rebuilding the electronics in it, and
Right.
big insurance job, size of a bus. This thing, Stuart Barney building. Anyway, doesn't matter. Unless you guys want to hear all the fucking details, the weather, the temperature. But anyway, I went ahead and bought 4 tickets for he and his wife and me and my wife. And then I sprung it on him. Hey, dude, we're going to go. And he was just all excited. So we better start heading down to the Tacoma Dome, head down, and we were so busy. We ended up, the wives picked us up. We didn't even have a chance to shower or nothing. And we're hauling ass. He and I are in the back seat. His wife's driving. They're hauling ass down to the Tacoma Dome so we don't miss the show. And we're drinking fucking Jack Damage, We got to get primed. We got to get ready, Stupid ass shit. We got there, went in, and he got sick, passed out. Fucking, I had to nurse his ass, and anyway, I'll tell you the rest of it later. It was fun. It was a great
First real concert that I
show.
think I almost enjoyed was Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band that I saw
God, I can't
at
remember.
Poly Pavilion, and
I'm gonna have to look.
it was the first time that I'd ever smoked opium, and talk about being messed up, boy. And that sax player climbed up on the top of a big stack of speakers and the spotlight on him up there, and I was just sitting there like deer in the headlights, man, watching that. I did enjoy that concert. See, I didn't go to many concerts because I didn't like being touched, and people would bump into me and shit, and I'd freak out.
Dude, I loved rubbing up against all the spandex. That's why I was there.
Well, the girls wouldn't be such a problem, but guys touching me and shit, I don't dig it.
Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
didn't go too many. I did see the Beach Boys. I saw Robert up there saying I saw Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd,
Tour dates.
Led Zeppelin, Elton John. Yeah, but I didn't go to as many as all my friends did. They went to many, many concerts and stuff. But I did enjoy that Bob Seger. Boy, that was, from what I remember, it was a hell of a night. From what my brain lets me remember. First and last time I ever smoked opium.
November, Seattle at the Coliseum. That was it, boy. But see, they didn't have. I
Foreigner,
didn't think they had
Leonard
an
Skinner.
opening act when we were there.
God, I'm
Or
trying
when
to
I was
think of the
there.
name of the band. I loved the band, and I can't remember the name of them now for some reason.
And well, let me look.
I'll remember the name.
So I'm in the 70. I'm in the end of the 70s here. You were in the 80s, so huh?
I'm thinking it was. I don't got my
Holy
brain's
crap!
fried.
Judas Priest opened for him. I saw
Wasn't
Judas
Judas
Priest in
Priest.
Germany, Monsters of Rock, when
It
I was
was
stationed in Germany.
off the wall.
Hello, Johnny.
Somebody probably wouldn't even, if I remember the name, you probably wouldn't even know who it was. But I enjoyed their music. They were good. Gosh,
Can you
Montrose.
think of a song or anything or what they look like?
Montrose.
Oh, Montrose with
Montrose. Yeah.
Sammy. Oh
Yeah, that was
shit!
that was great. I liked it. And we
Careful,
went there and they
Dad,
played
boat a scooter and ride, and only 2 songs.
two or three songs and they were gone. I'm going, you got to be shitting me. I spent good money to go there, but it basically
Dude,
because
Stabbing Westward played a full set for Kiss in the mid '90s when I saw them.
really.
Yeah. So somebody
Yeah.
can Google that and find out. Tell me what year it was. It was had to be between '95 and 2000. Company.
Yeah, you still were going to them.
He got
The
bought
only
out.
one that I went to, trying to think,
Anyway.
the last one that I went to, my wife was into country western. In fact, I think I
Montrose,
told
New
you.
York. That's funny.
Me and my cousin owned a country western bar that we opened in Simi Valley, and
Huh.
she was really into it. And I'm trying to think of the name of the guy. I really enjoyed the concert. I went with right before she died. We went up to Colorado, and my niece lives there, and we went and saw him there. Got big name, probably one of the biggest names, and I can't remember it. But his dad was a rock and roller, and so you had real heavy
Sure was stuck.
rock and
Sure
roll.
was. Those
What's
were the
that?
days.
Yeah,
Montrose, man.
Bigger. Yeah.
You mentioned
I didn't,
Montrose.
back then, people that I hung out with didn't listen to Montrose.
Dude, I love
But
that shit.
I did. I enjoyed. I liked their music. But
My first Asia
yeah,
trip,
so
we were cranking on in my Walkman cassette with Montrose and Deep Purple, Machine Head album,
I remember
Rush,
we went to
2112.
the river one time, and we rented a motorhome, about six of us, and we brought a home quadraphonic. This is how old ago it was. Home stereo, and then had it and had the speakers on the roof. And I remember we played Emerson, Lake and Palmer until everybody's ears were bleeding around there. They want begging us to shut it off. I said, no, this is an Emerson, Lake and Palmer weekend. So that was when going to the river was still fun before they started having a bunch of crime and raping girls and shit. We used to have fun at the river. Johnny
Have
Siam,
I
I didn't
missed
see
any
him.
links?
Hey, Johnny.
We've got Robert Mack, we've got Johnny, we've got Richard, Travel,
ELP, yeah, you bet, Stuck. That was
Pornhub. We got them all. We put them all out there.
mostly.
I was told after our stream that I touch my face too much while I'm on camera.
I did too. I think maybe
That's
I
what
did.
I'm touching my face.
No one
You
said
cover
anything.
your face. She said, you cover your face. She says, oh, you do this all the time. I said, fuck, I'm always doing that, thinking, looking
Dave, did you ever
looking
know
at the chat.
David
Trying to,
Bowen? You know, that name sounds awfully familiar, Craig. David Bowen. Sounds awfully familiar.
David Bolin.
I don't know why, but I was in Simi Valley for quite a while, and plus I was right over the hill. When we used to stay out all night on our bikes and stuff, there was a place called Nappy's, and over in
I
the
wore
San Fernando
nappies
Valley
once.
side. Yeah, Nappy's, there was actually one in Simi too. But we would go over into Simi, grab the girls, and bring them back to the Nappies in, what would that be considered there? Canoga Park? I don't know. Anyway, we used to go there
Hey,
and
Bob.
then stay up all night and drink and take them for rides around the San Fernando Valley. We used to have great parties at
Candy.
Fraser Park.
Oh, really?
I used to go to Fraser Park. One of the gals that I dated was actually one of my cocktail waitresses in the
I'm
bar.
gonna say
She ended
2000.
up
I'm gonna click
living out there.
2000 and see if that was it.
Hey, Bob, what's up, man? Glad to see you can make it. Hey, Tommy J. We're getting
Tommy
lots of
J.
people. It's just we're just overwhelmed. I'll never be able to read all the things. I'm just kidding. We will go back to that this one day. There's the bar that we had. There was a Nappies right in the parking lot there, so it was real easy to stumble out of the bar and go into that one after we got in the bar. It was right when Country Western was hitting the peak, just starting. Everybody was going crazy for Country Western, and me and my cousin started it, so it worked out pretty good. I kind of knew that there was going to be problems with the bar. It was going to be rock and roll. First night we were supposed to open had 200. Place was at max 250 people inside it, and right before the band started to come on, we blew a transformer off the back of the building and had to run around trying to get generators and plugging in lights and get. It was a good night, but it was still. I should have known that was a bad omen, but it was still fun. I had a good time. The stories I can't tell on this show about. I'm feeling good, Bob, about what we did after we closed the doors at 2 a.m. But that was when all the fun happened. Poker came out and free flowing liquor and women galore. But this is a PG channel, sort of. And every once in a while, it isn't PG. Oh, you got your hand on your face. Somebody's going to get
I
all
know.
over.
Guess where I have my other hand, and I'll give you
Hey,
$1.
Jake. I didn't see Jake. Hey, Jake. What's up, man? Hey, I don't know. I
Hey,
wonder.
Jake.
Well, it's in my
I was
comments.
reading something. Sorry.
I got Mitch responded to it and I responded to it. It's in my thing, but Grinch says, now I don't know what's going on, but he said he fell going out, blacked out or something, taking out the trash and hit the curb or something and broke his back. And now he's in the hospital waiting for doctors to find out exactly what's going to happen to him. He said he can't walk and he can't do nothing, but I don't know if that means he's paralyzed or what it means. Maybe somebody knows more or not, but keep him in your thoughts. He said he's selling his home. His house is on the market and hoping to get to Thailand. So I'm hoping he does. But anyway, I thought
There
I'd
we
tell you
go.
guys. It's in my
Yeah,
comments.
that's bad news. That's sad to hear that.
Yeah, it's real bad. You remember Sneaky
God dang
Pete's?
it.
Yeah, I sure do. Who was that said that? Who said Sneaky
I don't know,
Pete?
but I found it. It was 1996, August 31st.
On what?
Stabbing Westward was the opening act for Kiss at the Tacoma Dome. One
Robert,
show
yeah,
and
sure
one
do.
show
Sneaky
only.
Pete's.
Highlights of the
Yep.
show are Mitch in the crowd. Special thanks to Mitch for
He's
taking care
famous.
of his drunk boss and
He's famous.
patting his
Uh,
drunk
it was
boss.
Grinch. If you look in the
Yeah.
comments of yesterday's live stream, he wrote us
Yeah.
about breaking his back. He said even the vertebrae, something 12 or something. So anyway, it's Grinch in case anybody wants to keep
Yeah.
these thoughts.
Let me
But
look that up. Oh,
yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't even know where he's from, but he watches all the time. So who is this, Dave? I'm sure Grinch watched you. I think Richard. I'm almost positive. Wouldn't Grinch have won? Yeah, I'm sure he did. He's been on pretty much all the same channels that I watch, anyway.
Yeah,
Friends of the owners and son of Sneaky. Oh, cool.
Sneaky Pete's.
Yeah.
Here's the link to the last live stream that
Okay.
Dave hosted, and then
Yeah, if you guys
read the
look on
comments.
this, yeah, maybe you can make a comment to the guy or something and wish him the
Yeah.
best.
There's a couple replies.
I feel bad for him. See, that's the
One for
one
me.
thing. Like I always say, don't put off today. Tomorrow or whatever. Don't do it. Do it now. I didn't put that very elegantly,
God
did
dang
I?
it.
Don't
I'm
wait.
trying to-
The body is so fragile. I mean, if I'd have known this, I probably wouldn't never. My life would have been extremely boring. Put it that way, growing up. But
God, just reading that comment, I just get sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it feels bad. I mean, just going like I think I was just telling you about my friend that retired, and I was afraid. Did I say that on the air, or was that just when we were talking, Mitch, about the ones going up to Northern California and working their whole lives and finally
Oh
got
yeah.
their vacation? And this was the wife that I hate, the one that had my children. She her best friend, and we were going to move up to Central California, up above, and they moved up there. The gal moved up there. Mom and dad moved up there. He busted his ass his whole life, worked every day, damn near.
Sorry.
Packed up his all his stuff and unpacked and everything. And the daughter's talking to the mother. She's getting ready to move up there, and the mother's looking out in the backyard. They're fine. They've been there a week of retirement, and the old man's out in the back flipping hamburgers, and she screams, and the old man dropped dead of a heart attack flipping a burger in the backyard. So he got a week's
Jesus.
worth of retirement. That's what I can't understand. They make the retirement age, what, 65, 67, something like that. And the average age of a man is what, 70, 72? I don't even know.
That's a good quote there, Richard.
So you get,
Richard,
what did I miss something?
reach out, travel. Don't work today if you can take the
You
day
get
off.
today. Yeah, no shit. It's just, man, it doesn't take much. I can walk right outside and step off the curb and get hit by a car and I'm done. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I told my wife, I'm going to go travel on this Forza. And, well, I don't want you to do, I said, well, I'm not going to die sitting here in a room. It ain't going to happen. But, yeah, I
Sometimes
don't know
we die
anybody that can
soon. We're just sitting around.
retire. I think, Richard, you need to come over here and do a show from here. You can make enough money on YouTube.
There you
I'll
go.
join.
Went
I'll
to
join
work.
your
There was
channel,
no parking.
and I'll join your Patreon, and I'll join whatever. Come on over to come and live in Thailand. I want to meet you anyway. I kind of like you. I don't know why. Because Mitch says you're an idiot. You're not a nice person. I said, no,
Who's
he
that?
seems like it. Mitch says, no, he's not. Richard. Sorry,
Oh,
trying to get you in trouble.
oh shit! I do it myself.
The dude, I think he lost it straight.
Yeah,
Say
50
the
weeks
dude that
straight.
did yeah,
Good.
yeah, that's amazing.
Think, oh, it's
But
just a show. Oh, it's just an
I
hour
think
and a
he's
half
getting,
show.
I think he's gonna Jones, man. It's gonna be, what is that? Tomorrow night? Today's
Hello,
Friday
Mike.
here, right?
Maybe
Where's
Mike
Mike?
wants to come on.
Oh yeah, there he is. You want to come on and
Don't wait
so
until you
everybody
get
can
old
wish
to
you?
retire. Amen.
When you want to come on, so
Yeah.
you can, everybody can tell you congratulations on finally marrying the woman you should have married 3 years ago, or no? Let's see.
Boy, what a journey, you know.
Me too. That's it.
Long time
Yeah.
coming.
If you live in my house in Surin, no problem. You can live on $250 a month.
Long time coming.
Everybody say
stick it out.
congratulations to Mike. He got married a couple of days ago to the woman of
Yeah.
his dreams,
About 70.
to his
Right,
life
Chuck?
partner, to his. She seems really nice. I don't know what she sees in you. I'm being a prick today. I don't know. Busting
I stuck.
poor
No, you're
Richard's
not. I stuck
chops.
up for you the other day, though.
Did you?
I did. I stuck.
Uh,
Yeah. This guy. This guy was
the
saying that.
average
Like,
person.
that Dave, he eats shit sandwiches, and I says, no, he doesn't like bread.
The average lifespan of a Yank is
Full
70.
frontal. We'll close our eyes, Mike.
Uh, uh, I'm happy to see that you finally hitched that woman up. It looks like you both like each other. It's amazing. Forget about the love. It's the like that really counts. We would rather see Gracie than Michael do. Yeah, no kidding. She's like a famous, what is that, TikTok? She's a famous TikToker now. She's got a whole bunch of TikTok stuff on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I had to get the groceries.
you gotta. Only if you're gonna help eat them. You gotta help with the groceries.
I just got engaged to my money. It's true love.
True love story. I wish I could say the same, but my money left me.
I don't know. I think you're going to end up being able to come here just on your show sooner than you think. People want to see what other people are doing. I think it's been a long time. I can't believe I didn't find your channel until only whatever 2 months ago or whatever it was. I can't believe I didn't find it before that. I think everybody's interested in why a person is going to Thailand, what a person does in Thailand, just different, point of views from different people. I think it's great. And the 27 females you had on too didn't hurt, but they weren't hard to look at, so that was all right.
Speaking of females, has anyone been following anybody on Instagram?
I don't have Instagram. Should I get Instagram?
That were on the show?
No. Why? What's going on?
I just saw some of those pictures that come across my phone. I almost. Oh my God.
I'm gonna put it up there, Mike. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome. Anybody, actually. Let's see.
There you go. Throw that link out there.
I did. Let's see if it comes. There it is. It'll probably take a minute to come up on YouTube, but how are things in the
Yes, Richard, that's who I was referring to. I feel so old when I comment.
So do I need to get Instagram just so I can see that? Who's Quang?
Oh, I did,
Quang?
because I was posting their links up there, so I was like, might as well check it out. Might as well get out of the Stone Age.
Who's Quang? Quang? Who is that? Mitch?
See you around, right? Yeah, am I right?
Oh, see you around? Okay.
Yeah.
I did. I seen her when she was on Richard's show. I've been hearing a few people saying,
gosh darn it.
Looking into Mexico. Yeah. Oh, Mike's is here. A BKK.FM, just to give him. Oh, wow. I got 3 people here. So let's all go on.
Greetings, my friends. How are you?
Oh, look at his freaking microphone. So awesome. Yeah. All right, get off. I'm going to kick him off now.
It's bigger when I lay down, actually.
Sounds freaking awesome.
My God,
just ask me.
More when I lay down.
The sound is unbelievable. The sound is unbelievable. And let's see,
$8. $8, baby.
$8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, but you're putting it through that mixer that I don't know how to use.
Well, it was $8 for the microphone, but it was $58,000 for my bachelor's in engineering.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What happened, Bob? You went away. What happened? Come back on. I didn't get a chance to click on you.
Does this sound better, Dave?
Yeah, otherwise so. I should put on my. Let me put on my other mic. I'm going to do this for mics. Okay, I'm on that this microphone that's in this 500 baht.
Well, take it out of the cardboard box, Dave. Then it'll work a lot better.
That'll help.
No, it's on there.
But where's the string to the other box, Dave?
I'm on the microphone that's in this little 500 baht camera that I bought.
Okay, fair enough.
Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to my
USB,
and you tell me which sounds.
Well, I know you've got another one.
God dang it, man! I wish I.
Let me see how I do this. Okay, I go.
Mr. Mitch, what do you have? 2 of them? You got a headset and another microphone? Left channel, right channel?
That's my
left lung, right lung. Speaker. Ah, very nice. USB.
All right, I'm on the USB, and I can go with this one. I can. See, I'm fancy, son of a bitch.
Right.
Now
reminds me of gym class.
Now I'm on the USB. Which one sounds better?
Sounds pretty similar, actually. Sounds pretty similar.
I only paid 500 baht for that one too, so I didn't waste a bunch of money. And I still got this one, but Mike doesn't tell me how to hook up my.
Okay, that microphone is literally the one I'm using right now. So, wait, did you just die or did I just die?
No, I can hear you, Mike.
Okay, Dave, unmute your microphone, dude. See that little microphone with the line through it? Remove the line. You're muted, dude.
And we're back with Mike with BKK FM.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Get to learn about how to work all your electronics.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. Well, you need to, yeah. So the microphone that you bought that looks like this one, you need to plug that into one of the XLR connectors, which is the top left.
What's the next? These ones?
Yeah. And then if there's a button on there that says phantom power, you need to turn that on because without phantom power, these don't work. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. And then what do I come out of?
So is there a USB connection on the back? Well, first of all, you need to stop hitting that damn mute button.
Here we go.
DJ 101, Dave. Don't hit the mute button.
How the hell I'm
the
doing.
advertisers
But it's
get
got
pissed.
all sorts of.
Okay, so anyway, is there like a square connector on the back?
There is no connector on the back.
Okay, so then the audio out you would need to put into your PC, and that won't give you as much.
I bought all those cables that you told me to buy. I bought all of them, so I have them here somewhere. So maybe after this, I'll screw around with. Now, what's main, left, and right?
That's simply the output, and it'll be controlled by the potentiometer on the bottom right that says main.
Okay, yeah, main, yeah. All right.
Actually, the main thing that happens whenever you use the word main is that Mark starts dancing. So main. See? I mean, dude, it's like Pavlovian.
But I do have 48-volt phantom power, so I feel like
48 volts.
That's what it says. 48.
Marty, the flux capacitor.
Holy shit, that was
it says plus 48. I'm going to get that thing to work. One day I'm going to get that freaking thing to work. I don't know when.
Well, the first time is incredibly difficult. It takes 2 hours, and then the second time it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. You need a refill? All right, let's add him up. What's up, buddy?
Sabadi May, everybody. Sabadi May.
How are you?
I'm good. So I have some update on my travels, my impending travels to Thailand. I've booked in to have a medical, so I've got to make sure I haven't got elephantitis, leprosy, droopy something. I've had my federal police check done, so I'm not under any international warrants or Australian warrants, so that's good. I've booked my ticket with Thai Airways on my frequent flyer miles, so they've honoured them. So I've got a checklist here that the Thai embassy sent out. So there's lots of ticks there. One or two more things to go, and then I can get my visa. So
you're going to do your queue in Pattaya, right?
Well, so because I'm not coming until about the 10th. Now I have a date, the 10th of September. I'm going to wait and see what actually sort of transpires. Listening to Nick Dean on his I don't get the live stream because I'm in bed, sound asleep in Australia by the time that goes live. But I listened to it this morning while I was having my coffee, and he was saying that, and I have heard it before, that there is some sort of roadmap. If this thing works in Phuket, they're thinking about rolling it out in Pattaya, but because I'm based in Rayong, Pattaya would be my preference to do my ASQ. But I'm going to be fully vaccinated, so by the time I get there, so who knows? Whether or not I might be able to change by the time I might be able to come straight through in 2 months' time. Who knows?
Might be able to.
So if you're not coming until September, when are you going to get your visa? Like September 10th?
No, I'm going to fly. I'm based in Melbourne, so I'm going to fly up to a consulate in Sydney because at the moment the Melbourne consulate is closed. So I'll fly up there, and from all the advice that I've been given is that you go in there with your passport, go in there with everything that you need to do, your dropsy letters from the doctor and all the rest of it, and come back the next day and you'll get your visa. Then I have to do the COE. So I'm hoping that I'll just spend a week up in Sydney towards the end of August, get the visa, which is going to be an AO retirement visa.
Smart.
And then get my COE. And who knows whether or not that changes in the next 2 months for the conditions to get the COE.
So, no.
Next 2 weeks.
Here in Thailand, everything stays the same always.
Steady state, baby.
Yeah. Every 30 seconds it changes.
Yeah. And look, I've had lots of advice, people telling me, well, now that you've got your exemption, because the hardest part for me was getting an exemption to leave Australia in the first place.
I'll bet.
So once I got, and that was actually easy. It took less than 2 days. But anywho, lots of people have been saying, well, now that you've got your exemption, come over on just a normal tourist visa, and then get your retirement visa in country. And then other people are saying that if I get my AO visa in Australia, my money can stay here in Australia.
Precisely. Yeah.
And look, to me, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I still have to go through the process of getting a visa because there's no more visa on arrival from Australia. From what I know, I can stand to be corrected. So I have to get some sort of visa anyway to get from Australia to Thailand. So an AO visa within Australia suits me fine. So
no, I just did it for that exact reason. As far as keeping the money in the U.S., that was the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And you've got dual citizenship now too, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had it forever, right? But I finally got the Canadian passport.
Does Gracie get that too now? She's married to you?
So that's a good question.
The waiting is
right
the hardest
now,
part.
Sorry?
Gator Jake, the waiting is the hardest part.
Right, yeah, exactly.
The hardest part was getting the exemption from Australia. Now that I've got an end date, hopefully it won't be so hard.
Right. Now we gotta take the Thai documentation, get it converted into English, and then submit that to the Philippine embassy. And then I need to submit it to the Canadian embassy, which is cool because it's a room full of incredibly nice people. So that won't be tough. But as far as, just becoming a citizen, she doesn't just get that in 5 seconds. So we'll see the best course of action. At the end of the day, I would want to do it only if she could be guaranteed that she would get my Social Security once I die. Yeah. But to do that, we need to physically live in the United States for 10 years, let alone be married 10 years. Yeah. And I'm just forget it. All of the money that we'd spend to live there, I might as well just give it to her now because we'll piss through that.
The thing I'm trying to check into, and I got to find out about that. I keep saying I'm going to, and I now the one daughter's 18 and the other is 16, is I got to, I want to see if me adopting them will give them any kind of advantages to getting a U.S. passport, to getting a U.S. visa, anything, to give them options. So
are they Thai citizens now?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if you don't adopt them, it'll be impossible for them to become citizens, right?
Right.
No, I shouldn't say that. If they want to wait, the infamous waiting is the hardest part, right?
They really want to. The one that does the traditional Thai dance, they both do, and one does the singing in the school. Right. Get it, in 3 years, when she gets out, she'll be able to teach traditional Thai, but she'd like to go to America and check it out and maybe teach it there if possible.
Well, I mean, if she's a student and she's a student age, getting a tourist visa or just maybe even just an education visa shouldn't be too tough. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's easy for her to prove that she's going to come back home to Thailand, and that's what they're most concerned about, right?
Because who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about my wife getting the deal, and because she works for the government, she owns 2 homes now. She owns a truck. She owns her scooter. She has 2 children here, her mother and father. He said it should be a piece of cake getting her, because she wants to come. The first time that I go back is going to be for 3 weeks, and I want her to come with me. Then the second time I go, I'm going to try to bring the kids too. So, hey, Ren,
do you guys know if the K1, that's fiance visa only, right? That's not like married visa. So now that you and I, for example, are married, we can't do this K1 visa thing, right?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but it might be different for her because she's actually a Philippine citizen, not a Thai citizen. So
correct.
I don't know what it's like for the Philippines to get out of there, but I know mine wants to go. But it's amazing because a lot of people think, all these women, they want to marry somebody and they want to get taken back to the United States.
No,
not any of the people I met.
When Gracie went for her interview,
they went to visit. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. They were like, well, why wouldn't you stay in the United States? And she goes, it's friggin' cold there.
Exactly. Yeah. I told her, she goes, well, I want to go up to your house in the high Sierras. I've never seen snow. And I said, you'll absolutely freeze to death, man.
That novelty will wear off after about 15 minutes.
Yeah, here's a picture.
Real
Look.
quick. But they do. They all want to physically go there and see there and say, yeah, I've been to the United States, but to live there, no. Not any of the people that I know. You know, they don't want, except for the kids. You know, they say they want to go check it out. And I told them both, you better start learning English right now because you're going to need to know English if you're going to go to America. You know, but they're great kids. They're here now. I got them out of Bangkok. I told people yesterday when I did the live stream. We smuggled them out at night before the lockdown. We got them on a bus, and they got here at 5 a.m. Thailand time, the morning of the lockup. So the oldest one's been jabbed twice. She doesn't need anything. The youngest one has to do 14-day self-quarantine in Surin.
Okay.
Coming from Bangkok, which is fine. You know, I mean, that's what I told my wife. So she'll only kill me, your mom, and your dad are the only ones that'll die. So,
It's isolated.
She won't kill anybody else, thank God. But they've both been stuck once now with AstraZeneca.
Astra.
Yeah, they've been stuck once. My wife's been twice. The oldest has been twice with same thing, same one. But she wants me to take Moderna for some reason. My wife says,
you'll be waiting until the end of the year, potentially January.
October 1st, I have a queue for October 1st
for Moderna?
Moderna, I think. Yeah. I think that's the one. That's the only one that sounds like that, right?
Yes.
It's not another one that's definitely the one that she says that she wants me to take, and that's the one I'm getting. I said, okay.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's good or bad or indifferent, but her and her pharmacist cousin think it's the best one for me at 64 to get.
Well, it's a lot more effective with the variants, yeah.
In Australia, the government has just recently changed its policy on AstraZeneca. So at the start, when they started rolling it out in Australia, it was for anyone over 50 was to get AstraZeneca. Then they changed it to anyone over 60 was recommended for AstraZeneca, and they were going to go the Pfizer for, and eventually when we get Moderna in Australia, for anyone under those ages could have either Pfizer. So Pfizer was recommended for the younger generation, and then Moderna for the people between the younger generation and my generation. But just recently, just during the week, the federal government has come out and said that if you're of 18 years of age and you go and consult with your doctor, the federal government are saying that you can have the AstraZeneca from 18 years and up, but in consultation with the doctor. So in Australia, we have these max vaccination places, like in town halls and hospitals and stuff. And it was just no question asked. You walked in there, you rolled up your sleeve, and you got a shot. That was for all of the vaccines, depending on your age group and your vulnerability and your profession. So they were doing all the healthcare workers first. But now they're saying that if you want AstraZeneca and you're, say, between 18 and 60, go and have a chat to your doctor, because your doctor will know your medical history about whether or not you're going to be susceptible to blood clots, as one in 100,000 apparently are. But I did hear a professor on that say that if you are susceptible on the first one in 100,000, that if you come for your second one, it's like 20 times less likely to have a blood clot on your second one. So if you had no instances of side effects on your first one, you're not going to get anything on your second one in terms of having a blood clot. So that's interesting.
My wife and the 18-year-old both got them at the same time, and they got it twice, obviously, before she went to school in Bangkok, or what she thought she was going to go to school. But they both got sick exactly the same. A little bit of a fever, kind of dizzy. And in fact, my wife got so scared she made a doctor's appointment and went to the doctor and made sure that she was okay before she got her second one, because she was scared. Now, my daughter, I told people yesterday, she called me on Father's Day. She never calls me. And begged me not to take the vaccine. Dad, please don't take the vaccine.
Really? Wow.
I can get you a fake ticket. I'll send it to you. Perfect.
Sure.
And I'm going, no, honey, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But I got to, because I will not leave Thailand if there is any chance that I can't get back here. There's no way. I'm not going to the United States stuck.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I mean, there's a part of me that if once the marriage didn't work on Monday, I was like, ah, crap. And so we were seriously considering just going to the U.S., getting the vaccines once we were there, and then potentially, fantasizing about this Phuket sandbox being perfect, which of course, anything won't be perfect. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. I'm like, I don't know if I could get back with any degree of ease. I mean, at least with a marriage certificate, we could quarantine in the same hotel room for 14 days, but I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Ring Sant, how are you? Glad you could make it. I don't know. I'm not going to take the chance. Besides the fact, if I have to go back without my wife, that would even be worse, because I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of attached to her. I never thought that would happen to a woman again. Like you, when you're gone, we've only been apart for 280 days.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Right.
After 4 or 5 days, I'm going, man, I kind of want to see my wife. And I never was like that when I was younger. Yeah,
me neither.
Dave, did your daughter have objections to a particular type of vaccine, or just all vaccines?
All vaccines. She doesn't think any of them are good. She thinks that and granted, I'm going to be one of the 1 in a million that takes the shot and drops dead right there before they pull the needle out.
Based on possible blood clots, you mean?
Well, I would like to see. I don't see any information about how many people have died within 3 days. I heard it's like 5,000.
Oh God! Don't ask Andy Stubbs. Don't ask Andy Stubbs.
Andy.
Whatever you do.
Mitch, can you pre-block Andy's comments? Can you start pre-blocking Andy's comments?
And what else I'd like to know is somebody please explain to me, because I'm a real logical person. It's my understanding that these vaccines that they give you don't keep you from getting the virus.
They keep you from feeling like crap or dying.
Yeah, from dying from the virus.
Right.
And while you have it, you can still transmit it to somebody else. So why the hell do they make you and want you to have the shot?
Well, so you don't die.
Yeah, but that's my decision.
I'm imagining. So
I'm still going to contract it, and I'm still going to be able to transmit it to you, whether I've had the shot or not. Right? I'm gonna still be able to transmit it. So it doesn't make sense to me. What difference does it make?
Well,
it's the flu. If you don't want to die, get the shot. If you don't want to get the shot, don't get the shot, and let's get rid of all the crap and let people start either dying or whatever. Be done.
Well, it's very similar to most modern medicines in the sense that they deal with the symptoms, right? So in other words, I take Tylenol because I have a headache. I'm going to have headaches for the rest of my life, no matter how much Tylenol I take. I don't know if I could give you a headache, probably with this microphone, because it's so fucking amazing. But
it is amazing.
Just ask me.
I'm going to play with mine after we're over.
Yeah, but my head's much smaller.
Of course, I won't know how to use it once I get it on the board. I won't know how to adjust it. And
that's what I'm here for, dude. That's what I'm here for.
Supposedly, I'm going to call my wife after this is over, but I'm almost positive she said Moderna, because or however you pronounce that. That's the only one that sounds like that.
The only reason I questioned it is because the news I heard as of yesterday is that 5 million doses of Moderna are going to show up at the end of the year, and it's only going to be via the private hospitals, and it's going to be 3,400 baht for the Moderna shot.
That's what I'm supposed to pay. In fact, I've got it at 2 places. She originally got me a month ago. She got me a queue at Ubon, at a private hospital there.
Okay.
And just when I went into the hospital, she talked to her sister and other people in the private hospital and got me on a queue there, so I don't have to drive to Ubon. Well, the Ubon one called this morning and said, you need to pay your 3,400 baht now, because we want to make sure that you're going to take the vaccine in October. So I told her I said I want to wait for the one that I've only got to drive 5 minutes, not the one that I have to drive 2 hours to. But so supposedly there's going to have it, and supposedly it's Moderna, but we're in Thailand, so I don't
you never you never know.
You never know. Yeah, Waz, that at least is a little bit understandable, because Waz has said the real keeps you from getting real sick, but the important thing. The ICU and the hospitals are being overrun. So,
Mhm.
well, they're not in Thailand. I don't know. It's been a year and a half, and under 2,000 people have died. I bet you way more than 2,000 people have died in Thailand from stepping off a curb and getting hit by a car.
Well,
So,
more than that have
crashing
died
a
just from old
computer.
age.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
Yeah,
good
but you
news
don't
is
die
there
from
probably
old.
more than that have been born. So
If you're in the United States, you don't die of old age anymore. You die of the virus, no matter
that
what.
bankruptcy.
Yeah. Shit.
Andy's zipping his lips on the vaccine. Just for Mark? You're not saying anything?
No, come on, Andy, come on.
I don't know.
He's been quiet on Messenger lately. I've only getting 2 or 3 messages from him from a day now with these photos and his YouTube videos.
I get three a day. I love them. It keeps me awake.
I'm not feeling the love anymore from Andy. I don't know what it is. I think I need to take him out for another beer.
Yeah.
So
Now I told you both my wife and the oldest daughter both got it. They both got sick for 2 days. My mother-in-law and father-in-law got it, and my mother-in-law got sick the same as my wife did, and my father-in-law was 75. He never missed a fishing stroke.
But this is all the Sinovac virus, correct?
Not the Sinovac, the AstraZeneca.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They say that the Sinovac's not good for anybody over 60, is what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Okay.
There's so many different. I don't even know what is Pfizer available here. Is Pfizer available? I don't think so. Right? In Thailand,
so new.
Pfizer
right?
isn't available. Yeah, go ahead.
Raise my hand.
Go ahead.
It costs so much, right? Usually when a new
Hey,
drug
you
comes
in the back,
out.
be quiet. Okay, go.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I have my pass. No, when new drugs come out, there's a fee attached to them called research and development. They've spent their years getting this thing fielded and tested
Millions.
and done, and yeah. So it's expensive. I get that, but now this shit came out like yesterday. It didn't take any time to, but they're still raping people for the vaccination or the shot or jab.
Well, I think
that doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, the U.S. it's free to everybody, right?
I think it is in Australia too, right?
Yeah, it's all
how
free.
How much is the U.S. paying for it? How much is the taxpayer paying for it?
Yeah, I don't know. Could be a lot of money, yeah. But you know what? I think they're
billions.
I don't know. I guess as long. Well, it ends up coming back on us anyway. But did anybody know, is Pfizer available here? Is Johnson & Johnson available here? I don't think so, right? In Thailand?
Not yet, no.
I have no idea.
No.
Mitch, when are you coming over here? Didn't you have plans for...
Yeah, I did have plans, but kind of waylaid at the moment. My dad, 89-year-old dad, is pretty sick. And
oh, dude, sorry.
You know, it's better that it happened now while I'm here than
Copy that,
when I'm over there. So, you know what I mean?
Good point, stuff.
Yes.
So just going to do it. And
vaccines.
That's true. That's true. And Mike is very close to well, I don't want to say too much, but he has family that's in that field. So when Mike says something, I listen.
Who, Stuck?
Yeah. That Mike. The other Mike.
This is Mike's.
Yeah, I'm so amazing. I'm plural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike's one of my favorite names, because my dad, my brother, my brother-in-law, my best friend, you and Mike are Mike's.
My brother's name is
and
Mike.
I'm talking
brother.
to Mike.
Very common.
Mike sounds like a dog with a hair lip.
You want to
lisp.
I still don't understand what BKK.FM is.
You don't understand what it is?
Yeah, please explain.
I don't know what the hell am I supposed
Internet
to
radio
do?
station.
Okay, and it's just I get it on my computer or my phone.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, you can open up Chrome browser, or you can get it in TuneIn, or
Do I just go to BKK.FM?
FM. Yep, that's the URL.
That'll go there. And what, do I have to join something or no?
Click on the planet.
On the planet.
That's all you got to do. Yeah, BKK.FM. Click on the planet.
Now, I don't know how to pronounce her name. How do you say her name?
Sabadi May.
How do you
Huawei.
say Huawei? Huawei. We saying that right?
I think we agreed on Wahe as in Wahin, didn't we?
Wahey.
Yes.
I think we got a
Huawei.
thumbs up on that. Wahey.
She makes
How
cell
are you?
phones.
No.
I think they'll do anything to try to make
So
some
Mike,
money.
is it about your FM station? Is it comedy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
No, it's kick-ass music. It's very testosterone driven, actually.
Ah, all right.
Is it, what kind of music? What era? All or
It
rock and
depends.
roll,
So
or-
we do 70s at 7, 80s at 8, 90s at 9, and then we do big hair bands, and then we also do EDM, electronic dance music, various shows. I've got a top 40 show. I've got a guy DJ who is in Belgium, and he does a show. So
no oldies, no 50s and 60s.
no 50s and 60s, no.
Okay. So 70s the closest thing I got, because 80s it gets thrown out the window.
KKF.
90s, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked my era because it was always associated with disco, and I just couldn't ever take that. So I listened to
What's your era? The
60s rock and
70s
roll.
or the 60s?
Yeah, and late 70s, I guess.
Late
would be.
70s, okay.
No,
Yeah.
but I always lived.
Sure,
Well, let's
sure,
see,
sure.
I was born in '56.
Okay.
So 66. So mid 70s, I was 20. So
Yeah.
I guess the 70s would be. But I always listened to rock and roll. I listened to. I was saying the other day. Started listening when they opened at K Earth 101 in
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento Valley. I listened from the very first
Flamethrower.
day. Yeah, from the
Yeah.
very first day that they opened until
Great
they-
station.
Well, back then, 50s and 60s rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Is my mic still
Everybody
acting
else
up,
is-
Dave?
Your mic
Your mic is
sounds
doing
but
okay. Your video is jittery.
Yeah, you're for some reason
Really?
you're lagging again. Yeah, the sound's
Hmm.
better than yesterday. It's not tinny like it was yesterday.
I'll
But,
put my favorite picture up.
I have to check that out so I can join bkk.fm.
DKK.FM. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
And how many do you do a show on there or no?
So the short answer is yes, but I don't do it regularly. So I'm trying to do is I'm trying to automate it as much as possible. And my vision is to have a BKK.FM studio, basically a broadcast studio or a podcast studio or something like that, in all of like the co-working spaces that are all over the world, like WeWork, for example. And so I'm trying to figure that out. But the next step for me is basically global and national advertising, because it's an internet radio station. It's not, it's out of Bangkok, of course, and we identify ourselves as being from Bangkok, but it's not, it's certainly not just serving this local market. So
you make the money from the big time advertising.
yeah, like
Worldwide.
Toyota and Gillette and,
Right.
Nivea, whatever. It's,
What
yeah,
about
the goal
Dell
is-
Computer? What about Dell Computer?
they don't really advertise a whole lot on the radio. But,
I don't see.
I should ping
was
Michael.
one
I
of
bet
my-
he'd be love it.
That was one of my first. I think my first 3 laptops that I had gotten were all Dell.
Well,
I never
Dell's, yeah.
very-
Oh, they're decent machines.
Yeah. I never had any problem. Now I'm having problems.
They're too
with
expensive
this.
over here.
This one that I bought's a piece of crap. I'm gonna have to.
What'd you
throw out
buy?
The one, the one that you got, they didn't have.
Oh,
They didn't
I was going
have
to say,
that.
didn't you buy the one I told you to buy?
Yeah, they didn't have it. So I got this other one that was less, thing. It's a regular. It has 8 meg and it's got some other
8 gig,
stuff.
yeah.
And,
Okay.
gig. And it does okay, but I get it here, and it's only got 2 USB connectors. So I got these extenders
Splitter.
so I can plug.
Sure.
Yeah, splitter deals, which I didn't
Yep.
know that existed. But it was all in Chinese when I got it. I had to have the TOT IT guy come over and change.
Change the language.
I'm used to opening up a computer and going,
And bam, yeah.
welcome. Let us.
Yeah, right.
What's your name? What's your you use Yahoo? What's this? What's that? Ask me all these questions. This thing came up in Chinese and popped right into Windows 10. I had no
Where did you
clue
buy
what-
it? Did you buy it like
bought
the
from
Asus?
Lasada. I
Oh,
bought it
yeah.
from Lasada. So I screwed up, but I only
It's-
wasted 15,000 baht. I didn't spend much.
It's like $500, yeah. Well, dude, if there's an Asus store near you, I would just bring it back and say, listen, either I don't like this and let me trade it in, or improve it. I added 8 gigs of RAM to my machine,
Yeah,
and it
That's
stellar.
what I planned on getting. I had it there, and then when I went to buy it, I don't know if it was because everything new was coming out and they had sold all of the. This one still has the Ryzen 7 processor in it.
Yeah.
Okay. But the one that we had talked about many times was not available from anybody at Lasada. And I tried the other one, Shopee or whatever it was, and no one had them. They didn't have them.
Yeah, I mean that's a real. I mean, obviously it's the the Amazon of right over here. But if you're going to get it online, if you're dedicated to buying it online, I would go with either Banana, or Jib, JIB. I got mine at JIB, but I went to the store and like literally right in front of me, the guy opened it up. He goes, "Okay, what do you want for a password?" I told him, "Bam, it's in English," and I left, and everything's amazing. So
okay, so but
it's
they
too bad
did
you
it
had that
good.
experience.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
And they gave me like a
there.
duffel bag and all this other cleaner. Yeah.
See, I got to find out. I don't think we have those kind of stores here in Surin. It's not like being in Bangkok. But maybe
like
I'm
a big.
I'm going to come to Bangkok.
There's got to be a big mall somewhere, though, right? I mean,
yeah, Udon and Ubon,
okay.
maybe.
Yeah.
3 hours away.
Yeah.
The closest thing we have to anything like that is our Robinsons Mall.
Okay.
But maybe they have something in there. I never really looked.
They probably have like a big camera in there, and they could have a Banana. They're definitely going to have cell phone stores, and Asus usually has their own store.
Yeah, 30 of those at least. I'll have to look. But I gave the oldest daughter, because she started whatever it's called, college or whatever, my computer. And now what I figured I'll do is I'll just give her this one. It's a little bit better, and then the youngest one can take the one she has, and I'll just have to buy it.
Yeah. I mean, they're cheap.
I'd like to have somebody that's in the United States that's coming here buy me one and bring it to me, so everything is in English and everything's normal. But
I can do that for you. I can, not from the US, I can do it from Australia for you. I'm bringing Warren from Warren Gertie's. I'm bringing him some canned beetroot. I don't mind throwing a laptop in for you as well.
Yeah, you just got to take it. I might do that. I might send you the dough and do that, because the only thing you got to do is you got to take it out of the box and just put it into a carry thing. So that
like it's your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that, Mark. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Are they cheap? Are they the same price down there? I mean, what's your duty in Australia? Don't you have?
It's 10% GST on all goods. So 10%.
Okay.
Well, in Thailand you call it VAT. We call it GST.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Well, most of that stuff's coming from China anyway.
So I give you a website. If you look at, you find something, and Mike, you can have a look for him as well. So, it's called JB Hi-Fi, jbhifi.com.au, and they have a whole lot of Acer computers. So JB Hi-Fi, is it Hi-Fi? Yeah, Hi-Fi.
What is it called?
JB Hi-Fi.
HIFI?
Yeah.
Dot what?
.com.au, AU for Australia. And if you look at their computers, you find, and Mike has a bit of a look for you, you find something that you like, and I'll certainly go to, and they're pretty cheap. I've bought a couple of computers from their personal
I like to suck off of Mike's $1 million education. So I like to suck him dry of him. I'm so naive to IT stuff.
Dude, these prices are high.
For Australia.
Oh, sorry, Australian dollars. What's the conversion?
So $1 Australian, I think, is buying about 70 cents American. It's buying 1 Australian dollar, 24 baht. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's right. It's going to be in Australian dollars, not US dollars. You're looking at the website now, Mike?
Yeah.
What a guy.
And then what is it? One of these like free shipping anywhere in Australia kind of thing? Like, is it?
Well, look,
these guys work?
I can go and pick it up. If he
they have a physical. Okay.
Yeah, if he finds it one that you both like, don't have to send me the money, Dave. You can see me when you see me, and I'll just go and pick it up before I come. So.
Okay, well, I might do that. I'm going to look, because I really don't like this computer. I mean, it works a lot better than my other one, but it's a lot faster and stuff. But it'll be good for the kids in school.
What's the biggest disappointment? I mean, now that it's in English, is it just too slow?
It's still not completely in English. It's a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit slow, because if I was gonna keep it, I was gonna bring it over and have, like you did. I was gonna have the guys at TOT, the IT guys, add eight whatever it is, and and it didn't have as big a hard drive as I wanted, because they didn't have it in stock. I tried to order one bigger. But it is it is the good hard drive, the whatever SD.
Solid state.
Solid state.
SSD, yeah.
But yeah, I just want something that's going to last me a while. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter how cheap or expensive it is. I just want something that's going to work for me, and I don't have to mess with, take all my stuff and being so naive. When I did get this one, I did get Norton antivirus, and I don't know if I wasted my money on that, but I did buy that.
It's a good enough piece of software.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
So I belong, but it gave me the one for the computer, and it gave me up to 5 devices. So I have it on my phone. I have it on my, when my phone comes up when I go to
That's smart.
My iPhone, when I go to another Wi-Fi area, when it comes up, it checks the Wi-Fi and says this Wi-Fi is safe, or it says, don't use this Wi-Fi.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it. Now everybody wants to know if I'm still interested in buying stuff. But yeah, so I will look on there. I'm sure Michael coached me on. I'll look and see if I find something. I'll probably send it to you, Mike. And say,
I'm an expert at spending your money, amigo.
Yeah, no. It's
Tell you right now.
Always easy. Yeah. Always easier to spend somebody else's.
Copy that.
A pack of what? Cigarettes here in Australia costs $35.
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's amazing to me.
You guys get 30 cigarettes in a pack instead of 20? Is that what I'm reading? 30?
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, then it's reasonable.
Yeah. Oh, it's worth it then. I don't know. The most I spent was American. I spent $12 for a pack of Marlboro Reds 5, 6, 7 years ago in New York.
New York City, Chicago. They really stick it to you with the taxes.
Yeah. And then I found when I moved to Buffalo to help my buddy open that air conditioning company, I found an Indian reservation, and I went over there and bought them for $1.50 a pack. So,
no taxes, yeah.
Yeah, no taxes. And I just bought their off-the-wall brand. I've been smoking them for years from up where I lived in the high Sierras. We have all the Indian casinos and everything there, and you can buy cigarettes. That was after Obama said, no, you can't mail them anymore. I was buying them for $7-8 a carton in the mail, right. 20 at a time. Of course, that was killing me. I can't believe it's going to be almost 2 years I haven't smoked.
Good for you, dude. That's awesome.
Amazing. I mean, it's amazing what happens when you almost die and sit in ICU with the tube in your mouth for 2 months. You lose weight and you stop smoking.
It's a motivator.
Yeah. You're going to live this week. And then when I went back this last time, that was kind of freaky, man. I was sitting right over there, man, just kind of, come on, breathe. Come on, you can breathe.
And what was the deal with that? You seriously just didn't eat or drink? Dehydration, that was it.
No, just too much water. I was retaining water. Too much salt, too much sodium.
Oh, okay.
And it loaded up around my lungs and then won't let me breathe. So when I went in, it would come and go, and it had been for months and months. And he said, you need to lose weight. I said, yeah, I know that. But I said, I was going to the gym just a couple of weeks ago, and I 30 minutes on the bike, work out for an hour, the whole thing. I never got out of breath. Now I get up out of my bed, and I walk from my bed 10 steps to the bathroom, and I'm out of breath. Well, he couldn't quite figure it out. And now this time, hey, Bill, this time he figured it out, and now at least I know. I mean, I can breathe way better than I have in 30 years. Even before I got out of the last one. I mean, nice. It's phenomenal. Yeah. So we'll see. She won't let me go back to the gym because she said they're getting like 10, 15 cases of
I'm sure
the virus a day here in Surin. We never got anything before, but it's all people are leaving Bangkok. That's why, I think, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go out this morning, actually, and go meet some buddies over in Ekamai, and Gracie, basically convinced me with the numbers. I mean, it's over 5,000, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, well, get food delivered, I guess.
You want to die? No, not really. I mean, I'm trying to stay alive, I want to spend a few years with you. If I'm going to make somebody's life miserable, I want to make it as long as I can.
Absolutely, dude. Commit. Once the tears start coming, you've reached that goal. This
woman has been almost. Go ahead. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
I have a question. I have a question for Mike.
Okay.
You have that Barry White type of voice, Mike? Do you do those love requests after midnight?
Only if you call me directly, actually.
Right.
And I'll be sitting around with my smoking jacket.
Do they still have 1-900 numbers?
Yeah.
I remember
just dial 877 wow dude.
Wow.
I think I'm joking. Wow. That's actually my phone number, 877 wow dude.
877
Oh,
Wild
really?
Dude.
I don't have request lines. I have dude lines.
Dude. Well,
Yeah,
whatever
you gotta be careful.
ever floats your boat.
Hello.
Yeah,
Things can happen
exactly.
if you call somebody a dude. Right? That's a dude.
Yeah.
Anybody notice the Matrix here behind me and change my name to
Oh no,
Matrix?
That's what I
didn't.
figured.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I was waiting for
So it's a
Keanu
thought
to
you
just
were
like,
Joking around.
I thought you just went to a shitty green screen and turned it off.
yeah, exactly.
There.
Dude, get some lighter paint,
Oh, there
bro.
you are. There you
Yeah,
are.
Clean
I
your
thought he was-
goddamn wall.
I thought he was in the jungle with Colonel Kuntz. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The horror.
The horror. The horror. It's a tiger, man. I'm just a cook.
Yeah, nice. That's a good one. I actually, Gracie and I watched that the other day, actually, for the first time, for her. And she found it kind of
Which
boring.
one?
And it was interesting because watching it like for the 7th or 8th time or whatever it was for me, I was like, yeah, the movie does kind of move a little slow. You know,
What
Yeah,
movie is this? I missed that.
Deep.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse
Oh.
Now.
Apocalypse.
Major players in that movie. You know, that was
Oh,
Lawrence
huge.
Fishburne's first role.
Yeah.
Is that the one
He
that
was
I love the smell of napalm in the morning?
yeah,
Yeah, that guy was
Volleyball
classic.
line, yeah.
Yeah,
And was it
yeah.
in Martin Sheen's when they were filming him in the hotel? He in real life, apparently, from what I've read, he was completely wasted, and they just said, just keep filming him, just keep
Yeah,
filming.
he had a nervous breakdown, and he also had a heart attack during filming.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh, I didn't know that.
Like, keep it
I
rolling,
just
keep it rolling. We're going to get
Yeah.
this death footage.
We'll get an actual death on film.
Be the
Keep it
character.
going. Oh man, I just had Mr. Smith from Picture State Camping.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Craig, yeah.
So we got a been on over an hour. Wow, I got 18 people. This was just a. I'm bored.
Gator's
Is that the
trying to
name
get
of this?
songs stuck in my head.
Who is?
I do that too, you know, when I hear something, that just somebody's talking, and a lyric will get in my head. And
Well, I reckon Gator Jake must be a walking jukebox because it takes him about 2 seconds to put up a whole line to a song somewhere. He must have some great
He's
acumen
good.
about pulling back
I
music
love it.
somewhere. Yeah. No, he always cracks me up every time I see. You go, oh, that's the song. I can't remember names of songs, let alone who sings them. But he's got whole lines of songs there that you can just recall like that. So amazing.
You know what got me? I mean, I listened to a lot of a little bit of the music during my era, but people that were around me that were really into that music, they knew everybody, names of the bands, named the people in the band, all that kind of stuff. But I was still listening to 60s, you know, so I was still listening to the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and you know that was what I listened to. I didn't listen to too much of especially when I went disco. The only time I went to disco is when I went to Big Daddy's in the San Fernando Valley to get drunk at 18 with fake ID and listen to play that funky music. You know, they played it all night long. You know, but the women were there, so you had to go.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. I'm old. Tell you what, man, it sucks getting old. You guys are all young, right?
Rock knowledge. You're welcome, Gator Jake. I listen to music. I can't recall the words, but
Yeah.
I like music because it appeals to me and I listen to it and I think it's good. But if someone said, what did he just... James Rain is a classic Australian singer, and I think that's what made me... if you ever listen to anything from James Rain... and Andy can put up or Brock can put up, I can't remember the name of the band, but he spoke, you couldn't understand a word he was singing anyway. And a lot of Australian comedians made parodies of him. But for Jake to be able to remember whole words of whole lines of songs, I find that amazing because I've never been able to do that.
You don't have any thumbs down, so I don't have any trolls? Come on.
One thumb down.
Oh,
I got it. So
Mitch
I've been
always
looking
gives
at
me a thumb.
JB Hi-Fi, And I think the prices, dude, honestly, they're like double what these things are selling for in Thailand.
Oh,
There
really?
must be a
Oh.
crazy ass import tax or something.
Possibly. I mean, look,
Like-
yeah, Australia is expensive to live.
Is right? I've heard,
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't realize. I mean,
Yeah,
is there a
it's-
company that manufactures ones in country? Like, does Dell have a plant there?
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but Australia has absolutely zero manufacturing nowadays.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You just
that's
import
all right.
everything?
Yeah, just about everything. We shut
Jesus
down
Christ, it
Wow.
must be as expensive as Bermuda.
we shut down our last. We used to make cars in Australia up until
Yeah.
I think 2019, then just stopped. I don't even think they put them together in Australia anymore. Maybe someone else on our audience will be able to enlighten
weird.
me. But the only things that we make here are giant holes in the ground.
And
So
I know my cousin. My cousin wants me to come
we
there.
dig everything up and send it off to China or America or everywhere. We dig up uranium, send it over here, but we're not allowed to use it. We dig up iron ore here and we send it over there. We dig up coal. Coal's so bad, but yet we're
Well, it's
allowed
clean
to send
coal.
it. But
Clean
we're allowed
coal.
to send it. Yeah, we wash it. We wash it.
Yeah,
And then we
it's clean coal.
put it on. We take all of our natural gas, all of our petroleum, and we send it all overseas. But whoa, we can't have local manufacturing. No, that's so bad.
what's a liter of gasoline there? How much does that cost?
Oh, liter is. I'm going. Someone else can. It's been a while since I filled my car. I think I'm going to say about $1.40 Australian for a liter
$1.40.
of 95, 98 octane.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good. 98. I don't know what a
I
$1.40 is.
always thought it was the same. It was always a parity with Thailand. So whenever I filled up, I've always had a company car, so I've never looked at the price of fuel. I just swipe the card and off I
totally.
go. But if I look at it and I remember it, when I did the conversion in Thailand, it was the same price for a litre of fuel in Thailand as it was for a litre of fuel in Australia. So
Yeah,
but
and
we are
it's
taxed
went up quite a bit here. It's went up quite a bit here because I think
a little bit.
when all this stuff when it first happened and all the prices dropped, I think for the cheaper gas 91, I think it was like 18 or 19 baht, and it
That
stayed
low?
pretty close to that. It stayed pretty close to 19 or 20 for 6 months, and then it started gradually, and I think it's up to like 27 now or maybe more.
Yeah, I think I paid 24 like last week
24. Yeah.
for 91.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I put the 95 in the new scooter, and so I'll just what are you driving there?
Me?
Yeah,
We had a rental car. It's like a Nissan
you got a car?
Almera. Yeah, we just rented. Well, because it was. I mean, they can't rent them to save their lives, right? So it was cheaper to rent it for a month than it would be for 2 weeks.
I think I remember you saying something about
Yeah.
that.
And it comes with like ridiculous, all the full-on insurance, 0 deductible, and I was just like, all right, fine, that's awesome. They delivered it to the condo,
Thanks,
as
Andy.
So yeah, it was totally the way. It was 13,000 baht for a whole month for
Where are
everything.
you guys headed? Where are you guys headed next?
Good question. So actually, today we did have a reservation to fly to Surat Thani, but that's not happening today. We're waiting for some more paperwork on Monday. But the point is that getting down there, the ferries are not running at a regular rate. There were 3 companies that used to go to Koh Phangan, and now there's 1. So it's pretty tough right now. And my buddy, he's leaving to go down to Jom Tien on Sunday, and I guess he needs to like scan a QR code from Bangkok so that he can leave. And he's just driving, right? And so it's very bizarre leaving Bangkok right now. Not pretty much every other province doesn't want you.
I guess what they said is that at least here in Surin, you have to self-quarantine for 14 days. Now, I don't know about if you're leaving Bangkok, going to Udon, if you were leaving from going to, wherever. But I think if it's a less area, I think they have to do some sort of quarantine.
So it's interesting, right? Because like Sunday, they said, okay, tomorrow, meaning Monday, you can't eat in restaurants, and there's going to be like, going from province to province, there's going to be roadblocks. Well, to get married on Tuesday, we drove through 4 provinces on the Skyway, and nobody, it's not like they're waving their arms in the air. Pull over, let me take your temp. So we went all the way down to Chonburi, which is not deep red, it's red. But yeah, they weren't doing it. Now, again, like we said, everything changes. You just wait 30 minutes kind of thing. And so who knows? By this weekend, maybe like leaving Bangkok will be a no dice. I don't know.
Well, they had when we got the children, when they brought her mother back when we dropped them off to go to school, which would have been like 3 weeks ago. They dropped off my mother-in-law. They had family coming from Bangkok. They went to Ubon. So they stayed in Ubon for 3 weeks. Well, they just happened to be driving back the same night that the kids were leaving, coming from Bangkok. And they sent us pictures, and it was just bumper to bumper leaving Bangkok.
When was this?
This was the night before the lockdown.
This past Sunday.
Like 3 days, 4 days, whatever it was ago.
Really?
5 days ago. Yeah.
I guess I lucked out because zero traffic.
She took a bunch of pictures on her way from Ubon into Bangkok, obviously close to Bangkok. And the kids were on a bus, and they made it in the same amount of time, but she had sent us pictures of just bumper to bumper people trying to get out of Bangkok.
What's the bus ride up there? 2 hours?
It's 5-6 hours.
Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. That's a long time on a bus.
Wait a second, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 8 hours, 7 hours.
You better never chop off your fingers, man. You won't be able to count.
Yeah, I can't count.
Careful.
Thank God I have fingers. But the train is a little bit long. Yeah, I'm almost positive. They left at like 9 or 10 and they got here at 5 a.m. So I think something like that, 6-7 hours. Something like that.
Overnight, yeah. Well, and there was bumper to bumper traffic that late at night?
That when they were coming in at 9 o'clock at night, there was that traffic.
9, that's true.
Yeah. So, God knows. That's when they had all their problems last time. They said, and I don't blame the government. I don't blame anything. People are trying to get home to be with their families. But it all spread out big time when they said, okay, we're going to lock down Bangkok and no one can leave. But we're not going to lock it down for like 3 or 4 days. So all of you that want to go ahead and go.
All you infected people.
Yeah, get out of here.
All of you crazy people that faked your elephantitis exam. Get the hell out of here.
So so I don't know. But hopefully it doesn't do that. But I know here in Surin, we usually, that whole time, all the way up until it hit that second wave or whatever it is, that whole first year, we went like 4 or 5 months without any cases in Surin. None.
Well, everywhere, right? It's only this last. I guess they're referring to it as the third wave. Wow. The third wave that hit Thailand is this explosive deal now.
I think so.
Before that, Jesus, dude, there wasn't even 100 dead people.
No, I know. It was 90 or something.
Yeah, over the course of a year. That's statistically insignificant.
That's what really confused me back then as I'm going, okay, only 90 people have died. They've got a 99.99 rate of recovery.
Okay, yeah.
And out of the 90 people that died, 80 of them were 85 years old, had breathing problems, had diabetes, had high blood pressure, had one leg cut off that they were wobbling on, and they fell over. It didn't make no sense.
I've told you a million times, Dave, don't exaggerate.
I know. Thank God I don't exaggerate. But Mike, it just amazes me. I don't know.
Where are you going to? Are you going to be living full time in Thailand now? Obviously, where are you going to be based in BKK or?
So, we're going to have a base here. And again, if this was normal, right, and there was no COVID, then we were going to have this condo anyway. Because one of the greatest things I love about Bangkok is there's everything here, but it's also really easy to leave here. You can go to Vietnam for a long weekend, right, and have breakfast for like $25 on Vietjet. So that was our plan, is to be here in Bangkok anyway. Plus the fact that not anymore, we're going to change it, but prior to like Tuesday, Gracie pretty much had to get a new visa like every 90 days, essentially. Yeah. Right now, we're riding the wave of the 60-day COVID extensions that are occurring, which are fairly easy to get. But yeah, once she changes, then there'll be no sort of administrative reason to stay in Bangkok. But yeah, being locked down sucks, but I can get everything. I get everything from the apps on my phone delivered downstairs. They leave it in the thing. They give me a call. I go down. It's on a special table with the name on it. And so it's a pretty easy city to be locked down in, quite frankly.
Well, because if I remember right, you and I think Dana, both of your condos, you guys had cases in the condo, right? 5 or 6. cases
Yeah,
or
so
something?
Dana actually lives in a house. He's got like a 2-story townhouse kind of thing. So I don't. His neighbors may have it. I don't know. But yeah, so we live. It's like 2 big buildings, and the other building has now had 2 people that had COVID, and it's amazing when the person gets COVID. Like they come up with this timeline of where they've been over the last 14 days. They publish it on the bulletin board. They put it in the elevators. They send us messages on the app, and then they put their suits on, and they're not hazmat suits, but they look like, Close Encounters of the Third Kind or something. And then they start cleaning the entire building. They like shut it down for an hour and a half in the middle of the day, and they close down the building. So yeah, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I feel pretty safe here.
I think, if I always thought that it was a little bit weird, being based in Bangkok, because it's not me. But the more that I think about it, and if my situation was different, if I was with somebody that didn't work, or that could not work, like you and Gracie and Chuck and Paige and Joe and Giff, all these people on YouTube, it would be ideal, because exactly that. Everything's there. You only got to step out of your building and you can hit anything you want, within, spitting distance. And you just jump down onto go to the airport and you're gone. You can be in wherever.
And that's the transportation thing is so, there's always, even at like 3 a.m, there's always at least one cab just sitting on the street, just sitting there on his phone, waiting for that one customer. And, Gracie, she walks downstairs, she waves her hand, she gets on a motorbike, 20 baht later, she's at the market, 20 baht later, she's back from the market, and to get shrimp yesterday for our dinner, it took her longer to cook it than it did to go procure it, So, there's a ton, and that's at a market that apparently is closed because of COVID. But it's Udom Suk, right, if you guys know where. And, but there's a lot to do, and there's also a lot, so the cool thing is, amidst this current lockdown status or restrictions or whatever they're labeling it, at least the parks are still open, so I can still cruise over to Lumpini, so I'm psyched to do that. But the numbers, they're a little distracting. They're not going like 2,000, 1,800, 1,750. They're going like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. It's like, man, this is not the trajectory I'd like to see.
I don't remember if it is, but I've said since the beginning, what I remember the old one, once the cases started being less than the recoveries, was when I saw things turn around. And they've done that a couple of times, but then they started adding in the ones from the incarcerated, prisons and stuff. So I don't know what's what anymore. But I know.
Well, the good news is they usually extrapolate it out. Like, so for example, yesterday, I think the number of people in prison that got it was like 44. It's a very finite number, thank goodness, right? Well, who knows? Maybe more people are breaking the law and showing up. But it's a lot less. Some days it was 3,000 new ones, but 2,800 are from the prison.
Right.
So it's not skewed that way any longer.
But I see the numbers starting to move a little bit. So I don't know. Like I said, it's the flu. Either that or, I don't know. They have to do something. I just hate if they go through all this stuff and try to open up, with the sandbox. And let's say they even move on to something else and they try to get Pattaya and that area kind of going again. And then all of a sudden something hits and they close everything down again. Thailand's done for years and years and years. Right now, I think they could get their shit together in a year, if they get everything, going. But if they try to, if they devastate these people one more time, I don't think they can take it, man.
I know, like just walking down the street yesterday, there's 2 more places that are closed. And these are like basically takeout restaurants anyway. And I'm like, why would they close now? But again, maybe they're doing that. Maybe they were on the freeways that Sunday. They were like, well, we're just going to go back to family. Because at least we can all sit around the fire and eat, and
like
be
I
together.
Said before, the Thai people they never cease to amaze me. It's like you're in the United States, you have running some hard times. The first thing you do is stick out your hand and say, government, give me money.
Blame somebody else.
Give me. They go, all right, what do I got to do? I've got to go out and catch fish in the river and pull grass.
Totally. No, there's a doctor.
And they survive,
She has an office in the bottom floor of this condo, and it's like physical therapy and not really massage, but she's also like a chiropractic kind of thing. And so she's got no customer. So we walk by, and this is like a couple of months ago, and she's got floor to ceiling stacked buckets of rice and pork, and then she advertises her food every morning on the app for our condo complex. And so I go in and I'm like, do you have any customers? She goes, oh yeah, a lot of people are buying this food because I have a friend that works at a hotel, and so he's got the whole kitchen to use. So we make it there, and then he drives it over to my healthcare center.
They're definitely not afraid to work. Because what it was, we went to a barbecue, which is kind of was outside. We parked and we went for dinner, and we come out and there's this 90-year-old woman with a trailer deal, but not one that attached to a bike. It attached to her. She pulled it.
Oh, just the push.
Loaded full of grass. She's pulling grass out of the ravine there, and it's 9 o'clock at night or something. And I asked Nitnoy, I said, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah.
He said, she's pulling this to sell to people to feed their cows. And I go, but how much could she possibly make? She goes, she'll probably work for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. She might make 20, 25 baht, 30 baht. Wow. And I go, shit, go give her 200 baht. Tell her to take the next couple nights off, for Christ's sake.
Zero problems today.
Oh, None. So she went over. You thought I gave her $1 million. Smile from ear to ear.
Sure.
Little old lady,
Yeah, but how much grass did you get?
Yeah, I didn't get any grass. And you know that the woman is not going to do that. She's going to take the money, cornhole it, and she's going to go back the next night and pull grass all night long to sell, And
that is not the homeless paradigm in San Francisco.
No, not at all.
They take that money and they buy grass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's not for the cows.
Roger that.
They just thoroughly amazed me, man. They're just not going to, as long as they can go out and make enough money to buy some rice and keep the electric on and feed their family, they're content. They're just holding on.
Dave, up in your area, were they doing like the food line deals where they would have?
It's like most of the stuff. Like Surin's totally different from any place that I saw because 90% of the people here are all Thai. We're not.
So they're just working.
They're selling the normal food to the normal Thai people that come by. Some of the Farangs, that like me, that'll go out and buy. There's quite a few here, but they don't have they're a lot better off because they don't have the tourism. The only thing we get here pretty much is during the elephant thing. I think it is in November. That's what Surin's known for. Their big elephant parade, one time a year, and that's when they get them. The rest of the time, they're all driven mostly off of other Thai people. So
it's a local community. I mean, they're still in construction.
Not like Kamala or stuff like that where they had lines and stuff like that. I never saw that here at all. Not that anybody wouldn't have helped. I mean, everybody would have helped if they had needed it, but they didn't really need it. Not as many places. They did close during the shutdown type times, but they're all open. You drive through Surin now, it's like if you came here, you'd go, this is just normal, right?
It's normal.
Did it go away? Is there no more stuff,
So you can go to a restaurant and sit down in Surin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just like 7 or 8 provinces, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I think so. So. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't go out yesterday, so I don't know, but we went out and sat down just the other day. My wife goes out every day for lunch. So I'm sure that like I said, the only thing that you notice when you're being in Surin is that everybody has a mask on.
Yeah. Which is, that's fine. Yeah. Totally used to that here too. I mean, Southeast Asia, right? People wear them anyway.
As far as driving the scooters in downtown Surin, and they're still, just as crazy as normal.
They're wearing a mask but no helmet and flip flops. It's friggin' awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Exactly. The funniest thing I've ever seen.
Mark, let me ask you, how come you're coming over in September? Is it just like a normal time for you to leave, or what's September?
So I picked September because I didn't think I'd get my exemption straight away, but as I said, I got it within 2 days. But I would have been ready to come straight away, but my niece is getting married at the end of August. So just when you're ready to rock and roll, all of a sudden, you can't
Big
go,
family.
you can't go,
right?
I'm getting married,
that's
I'm
cool.
getting married. And I said, all right, no worries. So, no, that was just it was within the 90 days because she was going to get married traditionally, because we're coming out. We're in winter now. We'll be going into spring. So typically we have spring weddings, early summer weddings, because it gets effing hot in Australia in the winter, in the summertime here. We can have 42 degrees, 45 degrees.
I love it.
So, I'm already acclimatized. So,
it was 41 degrees, and I thought I was going to die.
So she was going to get married in November, and I said, "Listen, sweetheart, I can't hang around till November. I have to be gone by the 19th of September." So she got on to talk to her fiance, talk to my mum, blah blah blah, and said, "Listen, if we get married at the end of August, because August is a little bit dicey with the weather, and it's also the end of our winter sporting season, so there's lots of important football matches that people want to go and see.
Makes sense.
Trying, and they're young, so they're all playing sport all the time, every Saturday, all the rest of it. So she's going to get married at the end of August, and then I've got 2 weeks 10 days then to say, see you later, on the plane.
Nice.
The only thing that Mark has to put up for this is $50,000 cash for the wedding, and he can go do whatever he wants.
No big deal.
Rich Uncle Mark, not.
Yeah,
right. Take care of that dowry for the husband. Good. That's nice.
That was one thing that. Good. I was just going to say, you said that.
Good. They're getting all my tools anyway. He's a mechanic, so he's going to get all my old tools.
Oh, yeah, right. That's a good present.
That dowry thing, I had read into that. My wife and my family, like Thai family here, they never asked me for anything, and I guess you're supposed to give a dowry of some sort, right, when you marry their daughter to the parents, supposedly. I forget what it's called.
Sinsod.
Sinsod, yeah. Sinsod. And they never asked me for anything. And she asked me, she said, "Do you think that," because I give her mother money, and she's happier than hell, I mean. Do you think I'd give her $1 million? She doesn't have to work anymore. I told her.
Well, shit, it's not like you're using that piano behind you.
Yeah, exactly. So I said,
give her that.
I said, as long as you promise me that you won't work, I'll give you the money each month. So she doesn't. She's a seamstress, but she's got carpal tunnel and she's got arthritis in her hands. So, and she took care of me out of the blue. I mean, she spent. When I was in the hospital, she came when Nitnoy couldn't for the last 3 hours of the day for a whole month. Her and her father.
Huge. Amazing.
So I told her that, but she said, "Do you think that maybe we could get my mom a little, maybe gold necklace or something like that when we get married, when we do the marriage ceremony?"
Nice.
I said, "You bet." I mean, but they never asked me for anything, nothing. In fact, she told me afterwards when I first met her here in Surin. I took them all to a barbecue, and she told me way later on that the father, he's extraordinary, right? He's 75, but he was talking, and of course I didn't know what the hell they were saying, right? She told me a year later or whatever. Do you know what they were talking about with that? He's going, no, the kids were saying, now the kids aren't normal. They don't know what it is to have any kind of money.
Yeah,
all I can have is this bowl of soup, and that's it.
Yep.
Can't have an extra rice. Can't have the. So I take them to the barbecue, and some of the stuff was by item or whatever it was, and the father's yelling at the two daughters, no, don't get. He'll think you eat too much. Don't do that. Don't. No. They're going, but we're hungry. And I go, oh my God, So I said, really, because it is. It's like they don't know what it's like to be able to go out and have papaya salad every day, and can I have a soda? Can I have an extra bowl of rice? And it's like, yeah, you can have anything you want, and it makes me happy. I don't care about the money. It makes me smile. They've got smiles from
plus the fact that the money is $18 for an entire truck full of.
They're not used to it. I give them an allowance now when they go to school because they didn't have, they have extra money. They didn't have extra money with their friends and stuff, and they couldn't buy extra stuff, and so they get that. But I mean, they never questioned anything. They stayed home with me during all the crap last year when I was at basically bedbound. I could get up on a walker, and and watched me all day when everybody else went to work and here and there, and all I had to do was just make a loud noise, and they were both right there. What can we do?
Nice.
Never heard them say, I don't want, an American kid. You want to grab him, grab him by the neck and strangle him. And
where's my PlayStation?
Yeah, exactly. I deserve this. I deserve that. How come I don't have this? Billy's dad gave him a new car. You know what? Go live with Billy.
Yeah.
It
is an interesting.
Guys.
Sorry.
I gotta go.
Me too.
Something I didn't say.
Pumpkin.
No,
I'll wait till you finish.
I think we're going to end it here. We'll wait till after Mike's.
No, don't end it
comment.
yet on my account.
No, but it's been an hour, almost been 2 hours. I'm not a marathon guy like Mike.
You're
Mike's
rocking. I should do one of those. I should do a marathon with Gracie.
You haven't done it in a long time.
Matrix, can you put up Mike's link again?
Just / live my ass off. YouTube.
Did you guys done a live stream since you've been married?
No, we haven't done really any. Well, I hurt my back too. Today it's like not so bad, but up until about yesterday, it's been pretty bad. And
okay.
I got another chiropractor appointment tomorrow. So.
Did you get a new chair that you can't fall out of?
Take care, Andy.
I thought you were saying you were going to get one.
Yeah, I need to go to a mall and like test drive them.
That's awesome stuff, Craig. Pretty cool.
What was it? What did I do? I missed something.
We were doing some stuff behind the scenes, Dave. It's a need to know.
He's not even wearing pants. Not even wearing pants.
I'm rapping about the kids, but it's just amazing to see. Like I said, she's the luckiest woman in the world because she got me. And, would she have the stuff that she's got now? No. But, I mean, she makes it so worthwhile that she didn't understand. Well, you pay too much for this and you do this and you do too much. And I said, you don't understand. It makes me happy. So I have ulterior motives. It makes me feel good inside that everybody's smiling and can eat what the hell they want. So, and that I could do that makes me very happy. Now, before we go, I want to ask one thing. You now have a daughter in the Philippines. Now you're married to Gracie, although you had her before.
Right.
Now, what is she gonna do?
Well, so yes, I consider her my daughter, but there are some shocker paper. She has 2 birth certificates is the short answer because the Philippines is so totally competent. And so we need to figure that out. Right now, the status is that unfortunately we're going to have to wait until she's 18 before she gets a passport. I would like to do it a lot sooner than that because I really want her to start traveling with us.
How old is she?
14.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
So waiting like 4 more years before she can travel with us would be disappointing for me. But to be fair, I mean, I didn't start traveling until after I was 18. So, But, dude, did you turn off echo cancellation? I mean, I love hearing my voice everywhere, but still.
No, I just unmuted you now, Mark.
Yeah,
no, you're good.
Okay.
He was just trying to screw
good
up
night,
everything.
good afternoon.
I know you're leaving. You're pumpkin. I mean, the Matrix is
Yeah,
gone.
That's it.
What is that, Madrid?
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
When in
Rome. Tomorrow morning.
When in Rome.
There you go.
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Do you do a live stream every day?
Every other day.
Oh, every other. Okay, nice, dude.
And I thought I'd never be able to even talk in front of a person. Now you can't shut me up. Imagine that.
KKFM.
Tell your friends.
That's right. So, now what about going and seeing her? Who's taking care of her? Who's watching her? Who's
the parents? Gracie's parents. She lives with the parents. And so it's we don't know when we're going to go back to the Philippines. It's the Philippines. Traveling to the Philippines right now is the same scenario as traveling to the U.S., meaning we can go there, but the Philippines is on the high list, right? So it's like I can't leave the Philippines and come back to Thailand. They just simply will not let you in. And whereas, going back to the U.S., it's like, yeah, we can get into the U.S. It's no big deal. But what will it take to get back into Thailand? I mean, is it 2-week quarantine? Is it, whatever? Right. So it's sort of one of those deals like you were saying, Dave. It's like, unless I can guarantee myself that getting back in here is pretty much next finish. Leaving is not a, discussion. So, Probably we will go back there maybe January at the earliest, maybe later than that. But I mean, again, who knows what's going to
Are
happen
you
in the
gonna
next
go?
week?
You gonna go back and spend a little time, like a month
Yeah,
or a week?
yeah,
Or, yeah.
yeah. Probably a month. We have a couple things. Like right now, we are working on getting her parents a new roof for their house because the whole house is concrete, so that'll last forever. But the roof was
Right.
like really thick wood, and of course, pressure treated wood that doesn't exist, right? So you get one termite, and then they tell all their friends, and then game over.
Yeah,
So
it's done.
big beams were, and so I said, all right, let's do this right, because I don't really like to do it once. That would be nice. And so we're getting a metal roof with metal, right? So that's going to be put in, and that'll probably take about another month. But once we get up there, I'm sure we'll also realize there are other things that need to be done. The current house we have, we want to sell it because Gracie actually bought a piece of land versus the lease on the land where the house is now. So we need to sell that, and then we need to build another house. But again, but I don't need to be there for that. I can outsource. I'm not a house builder. I'm a house purchaser. So,
source it out. Somebody
exactly,
else.
Yeah. And so there's some stuff like that. But, again, the good news is she's only 14 because if she was 18, then I would be like, all right, well, you need to go to like a prep school. And then we need to figure out, where you're going to university because I definitely want her to have that option. And ideally, in my mind, she will go to university outside of the Philippines.
Would you go to Bangkok? Bangkok have good universities?
They do have good international universities, yeah. And there's enough, there's enough internationalness so that, like, when she comes over here, and if she's not Thai, there won't be any sort of ridicule or that occurs, in your teenage years.
Of course, they're going to be trying to speak Thai to her all day long.
Oh yeah, all day long.
She's not Thai
yeah. Same way. I go anywhere with Gracie. First thing, yeah. They look at me and then they look at her. But she's like, I don't have a clue what you're.
Craig, you're right on that. My wife's the same way. Craig says that basically his tipping. Yeah, he realized, because like me, I've said it before. My mom. She was a waitress, so
you tip well.
Giving money, extremely well. And my wife says, that person doesn't make that much money all day. What you just gave them.
300 baht.
I go. I didn't really realize that, and it can be sensitive.
You got to be careful about that. Yeah, it can be an emotional disappointment for some people. Financially, they're excited. Internally, they're like, that's weird what you just did.
Sometimes she'll let me. Sometimes she'll look at me and I'll know I got it. This much? Okay. And I'll put it in there. I kind of keep one eye on her, and she'll give me the right amount to give. But it's the same thing like it was in Costa Rica. When you're in a tourist town. When you're in a tourist town.
Yeah.
Because Costa Rica was very similar to here. It's on the opposite side of the world, but the climate and everything about it, they're right at the exact same place on the equator, just on the other side of the world. Yeah, they have a rainy season, they have a dry season, they're constantly 90 to 100 degrees,
hot, humid,
70% humidity. Yeah, it's the same. But in the tourist towns, and they're the same way. You're not supposed to tip. You're not supposed to tip. You're not supposed to tip
like your cab driver or whatever.
But in the tourist towns, they're so used to getting it that if you don't tip, they look at you like, well, how come? Why you don't give me no money? And so now I automatically always do. I don't know. My wife will tell me if I went extravagant, When we go on vacation, I do twice as bad as normal when I'm out, in a hotel and,
sure, holiday.
It's holiday to me.
Right.
This is how much money I'm spending. A stack this big. Let's go. And that's run out of time to leave.
Speaking of holiday, did you get the AirAsia pass?
Yeah.
You got it this year? Yeah, me too. I haven't used it yet. Oh, no, we've used it once.
I used it once, too. I went to Bangkok. Went to Bangkok once. But I figure if everything still goes like it does, and let's say it does open up in October, still October and November and part of December. So
yeah, it's good till like December 15th or 11th or something, right?
And it's already kind of paid. It's already paid for itself. Just for me and her to go to Bangkok and back, pretty much paid for itself.
Yeah.
So we went once. It was like would have been like 4,500, and what did I spend for both of us? $7,000. So it's close. It almost paid for itself. And I'd do it again Next year. I don't care. I'll
Yeah.
take the chance.
Totally.
We occasionally tip in Thailand if the waiter waitress was good. We make sure to put it into a
Yeah, that's a good point.
before
You end up
yeah.
tipping. You end up tipping the manager.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, Brock. I think that does. I think it happens a lot here. And in most of the places, like that one steak place that I did the 2 or 3 food videos that I did, were all the same place. And I just still in amazement. I go there
Here?
and get
Bangkok?
in Surin.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got fish steaks, pork steaks, chicken steaks, Thai steak, and also New Zealand or Australian beef
beef.
deal, right?
Huh.
Now I tried the Thai one, and the ones that he got was absolutely fine with me. It was not a problem. He does a pepper type sauce on it. It's fine. Wasn't
Thai
like,
beef.
Rubber. Yeah, it was good. It was decent. Put it that way.
Yeah.
80 baht for the steak, French fries,
80?
the salad. 80 baht.
Jesus.
Okay, now 60 baht for pork.
Okay.
50 baht for chicken or fish. I mean, it was there was like 6 of us that ate, and it was like 300 baht. I'm going, okay, that sounds good to me. And we had drinks and everything else. So I did. If you ever get a chance, some of the older videos
Oh,
that I did.
Okay.
You see and he's a good little guy. He was like a chef in a couple of the big hotels, and then he moved back here to Surin, and now he's just got a little hole in the wall. And I try to give him some advertisement and stuff. I don't watch me, so
There's how many? What do you got? Like, do you have 1,000 subs?
No, I got 480, I think.
480. Nice, dude. That's great.
480.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it goes up and down. Lately, in the past, like a month ago, I'd get 5, 10 a week or something. Now it's only been like in the last 2 weeks, it'd go 176, 177, 178, 176, 178, 176. And then it finally came up to 180, but I don't care. The only thing I'd like to have the monetization is to be able to use the YouTube app and do live streaming. That's about the only thing. But I can
for the 1,000.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really need. It's not like I'm doing this to get rich. I'm not. If I am, I'm going to be broke. That's
right.
Sure.
Exactly.
I do it because I enjoy it. I never thought that
Totally.
I would. Like I said,
I
like talking to people.
Have you unmuted me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you must have. Well, the thing about your channel, Dave, and I think the 480 people and the regular 18 to 25 people that watch it, is that it's just about the content about it, having a whole lot of like-minded guys sitting in there swapping stories and having their ambitions and where they want to be in a year's time or 5 years' time. I was just watching, Nick Dean's last night this morning from his live stream last night, and he said the same thing. It's not about viewer numbers for him, it's about what he wants to do, and you're in the same boat. You do it because you enjoy doing it, and that's why I'm part of the channel, and many people on here are for the same reason.
And I like the people that all these people that are on right now, and the people that do, they're all good people, and I can't wait to meet the people when they come here, you and anybody that's going to be here. And really, because I think also it's a little bit for me too, because I'm stuck in a house that only speaks Thai. So it's like, for me to speak English every other day for an hour.
What a treat. Yeah.
I'm just totally excited. So it helps me. I have a good time with it. As long as, like I said, I'll do this until I don't like it anymore. I'll just keep, I don't care if I got 10 subscribers, doesn't really matter. As long as the subscribers are the quality of the people that are here now, I got no complaints.
It's like Andy just said, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And I mean, and as I said, you know my story. I'm relatively new to the YouTube, because of COVID, because of restrictions and lockdowns and however you want to brand it. But I've only been on these sort of streams and there's only 2 that I really follow, that I get involved with, or 3 that I get involved with. And it's and I'm looking forward to when I get to Thailand, because like you, 2 girls that speak Thai, rapid fire Thai. Now, whilst I'm learning Thai, I have to say to them, you need to slow it down.
Yeah.
And they tell me that all the time too. They tell me
about the English,
speak slower. We can semi understand. Like I said, the young one, actually knows quite a bit of English. I can tell it in her eyes. I ask her for something and she looks at me for 1/10 of a second and gets whatever I ask with her. A plate, a fork, a glass of water, whatever it is, she knows. But I told them, you both need to, if you really want to excel in life and you want to have a better life, you need to learn English.
Yeah,
because it's going to open up a lot of doors for you. They're kind of set now. I still haven't collected my pension. I'll collect my pension on actually my birthday this year, December 22nd, but I won't get it until January 1st. Out of that, I only worked for the Operating Engineers Union for 7 years before I got injured or my knees went completely bad. And they're going to give me like $2,000 for the rest of my life. Okay.
And you can give that to her once you.
Well, what I did was I called them up the other night because my wife, God bless her, but she had all the paperwork. So so in the middle of the night, like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I finally got a hold of the union and that part of the union, and I got a wonderful lady. She sent me all the stuff I needed. I have to file before October. I said, listen, what I got, she goes, yeah, you're going to get $1,900 and something, whatever. And I said, okay, now if I have my wife and want to do that, well, it depends on how old she is. And I said, okay, so it goes off of age, but mine will come down, being married to her, I'm going to get like, I don't know, $1,600 a month, okay, on that. And that's not my only source of income. But so then I said, well, what happens when I die? And she said, okay, how old is she? And I said, she's 41 or whatever she is. And she goes, okay, well, she's going to get over 2.5 times what she makes for the government now when I die. Okay, she'll get that. She'll get double her income now by not
in
working.
Thailand?
No, from my deal, she makes 20,000. She'll get like 50,000 baht a month.
Okay.
When I die. Okay. And until then, I'll get like 1,600 out of the normal 1,900 because I'm taking the married thing. If I didn't, I could take it all, but she would get nothing. Okay. When
interesting. So you take less now, but then it lasts forever until she dies, effectively.
Yes.
Wow.
So
that's a sweet gig.
But what I told her was, I said, listen, I want to know, I want to be comfortable when I die. Okay. Yeah. And I want this family here that I have in Thailand to be taken care of. So I don't want them to have to jump through hoops or do anything weird, or you're not really married to him. You're a Thai lady. I don't want her to go through any misery. If I got to bring her to you in Frisco, I will bring her to you in Frisco papers. And make you sign everything right there. I said, oh no, you don't need that. You need to get your Thai marriage deal translated into English.
Yep.
And send that to us, and we'll have it recorded and everything and put in your paperwork. And you have to have been married for a year. And I'll be married for a year in October.
Wow.
I'll be married for a year. And that's
I
all
wish
I
Social Security was that way.
Yeah, no shit, right? No shit. And out of all the money that I paid into Social Security, and I can't get something for my wife.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. That's why I wanted to find out about, is there anything that for the kids you want to go, Mark?
He wants to count to 10, I think.
I can do that. I've been practicing. You want a quick Thai count to 10?
Sung,
nung, sam, si, ha, ho, jed,
pad.
I know ha.
Pad, gal.
I know
ha.
Gal. All right. It's been great to meet you, Mike.
Pleasure, my friend.
Thanks again, Dave. Thanks to all that out there.
I'm going to go in a minute anyway. It's
all viewers.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours, dude.
Yeah.
I'll go to 2 more minutes. I'll just say real quick that that's why I wanted to find out about the kids. Is there anything that I can do? Because if I can do it, I might as well do it. But a lot of these guys don't want to let go. But she said he would. I said, listen, the only reason that I would do this is for the children. Not for their father not to see them or anything like that, or their grandmother or anything. All right, Mark. But and she goes, well, I think he would be okay with that. But I know of people that have Thai women that are still married, that their husband won't let them marry a foreigner until the foreigner gives them some money. In other words,
yeah,
I'm not going to
sure.
divorce her until you give me money to marry her.
Right.
And so they're that. If he's that way, then I guess it would probably depend on the money. But I wouldn't want the kids to know that ever transpired.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason I would do it was to better their life. If I could. Now, if they say, well, it doesn't really make any difference, then I won't worry about it. But if they say, oh yeah, they could get into the United States, they could go to a university, they could do this, they can get this benefit, that benefit by being here, then maybe it's going to be something that I check to do.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. All right, put it over there, Mom. Thank you. Oh wow. Okay.
Is that
All
your
right.
producer?
Yeah, that's my mother-in-law. She can bring me sodium-filled hot dogs. She doesn't realize that I can't have
Whoops.
sodium. Yeah, but she never fails. She'll have walked down the street to get those too. Walk
Like
3
giving a
miles.
Snickers bar to a diabetic.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I'm gonna go.
Dude, great seeing you.
Who's in there? Yeah, good seeing you too. I'm waiting for it. Well, you guys ought to do when your back feels better.
We will, yeah.
Do a marriage live stream. I'll be there.
Awesome. Can't wait.
I'm the only important one.
Nice.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate it. I'll see everybody later. Rangsan, Stuck, Andy. Who else is here? Ronan. I don't know who else is here.
Joe's in here. Stuck. Yeah,
Joe.
absolutely.
I saw Joe. Joe's. I watch Dana all the time too. I catch Dana's show. He's a good dude. I like him.
Agreed.
By the way, yeah, he's a good one. All right, guys.
All right, man.
I will see
Peace.
you.